Good morning. This is Just Saying, also better known as Cypress Golden Bronze. I love it. It's for me. That's for me. That's not for you, so you don't have to like it or not. Just let it go. I watched News Now this morning, and it was really good. They were talking about CEOs, top CEOs. How many are white? I think they said 70%. And then there's more Hispanics CEO than there is black. And there's hardly no black CEOs at all. So they were talking about that because someone at, where was she? She's, it's either Google or it's not Google, Walmart, one of those big stores. She's a CEO, and she made a statement, and people are having problems with it, white people. Of course, see, the real war here is the fact that white people are going to be the minority, big time. And they have guns. They're gathering guns in their homes, gun cabinets, for days at most of the homes because they're scared. You know how when you do something bad and you know that your ancestors did, you know what happened actually, that's passed down to them. Although some of them really think that their parents worked hard. You know, my Uncle James, he's Irish, and the Irish did, and they'll do that in a minute. And I said, well, you should check more, check deeper than what you're checking. And one girl did check. Her uncle had killed 5 people. He was accused of being one of the lynchers. She was shocked. I said, well, it looks like your uncle was the blue-eyed devil. One of them anyway. And that is a real big thing that people don't really look at. Well, I wonder if I was hanging out with somebody and found out that their parents were blue-eyed devils, killing people, raping people, lying on black men, you know, trying to have sex with them and then lying on them, and then brutal things would happen to them. To me, that was really, really bad. And they would turn on that black dude in a minute. So then they would use the next Mandigo, you know. And it's just like now. You know, if you don't believe it, you better watch your back. But am I prejudiced? No, I am not prejudiced. This is just facts. And why do I talk about black so much? Because I'm black. I should talk about it. I should be concerned about it. I should have feelings about not being treated top notch. You know, the best by the President of the United States of America, and him being black. I should be concerned about that. I should get very angry to almost 300 videos now. Although I'm leaving him out, you know, he's not the subject anymore. Because he's gone. There's what he's done, he's done. There's nothing no one could do about it, but I'll never forget it. And not only will I never forget it, it'll never happen with me again. You know, we have to use our other values that should be exhibited in the community, black communities, be shown, or on a consistent basis, is not with a Stanford degree. And what else does he have? He can talk. Most of those leaders, Martin Luther King, Obama, most of them can talk a good game. You know, not saying that King just did what I don't know. He's a Baptist minister, child. Turn the Other Cheek has just never been my favorite. Turn the other cheek. Somebody beat my crap ass, and I'm gonna go, ooh, beat me here. And that's exactly what we've been doing too. So he was a very powerful speaker, and he had control over a lot of people, their minds and their hearts, because they're still doing it. Turn the other cheek. They'll bring him up fast in a minute. And white people loved him because he wasn't a threat. Nobody liked Malcolm X because Malcolm X says it's intelligent to strike back. I liked him as a child, but I wasn't allowed to talk about him in my home. I want to talk about Milwaukee for a few minutes because I used to do theater a lot, even when I was much younger, in my hometown, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And Black Nativity, I did that a couple of years with the direction of Willie Abney. He had some difficulties this year, and I saw where Wanzo, Barbara is your name, and I know the Wanzos from Metropolitan probably, but I want to tell you, I don't know, I'm a little tab off of my finances right now, because if I had a lot of money, I would have attacked you like a savage beast about Black Nativity, wondering, where have you been? You're not from the theater community. You weren't there when I was there. How dare you have the audacity to do something like that? So now I guess she's going to take over now, and she has no business there. She knows nothing about theater. To be honest, I believe that it is just a control mechanism. They didn't like Willie Abney being there, and they might say, oh, he doesn't talk right, oh, he doesn't. Yeah, but he's been a director of Black Nativity for many, many years, and all of them were success. All of them. Whoever said that Black Nativity was not a success, all of them were a success. So, Barbara Wanzo, cross your fingers. Because if I ever get on that pony of dollar, I'm coming to get you. And I mean it. I do not turn the other cheek. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That was a bad move. I could not believe that. But it's typical. That's why I left. I dreamed of leaving there. And it says it's one of the worst cities, and it is. And it seems like there are a bunch of Black people that really don't know who they are, where they are, just rumbling around. So, and then get mad at Scott Walker. Scott Walker is a trip. He was ridiculous. But we had Black people from when I was younger, because I lived in the areas of some of these people, got into politics and ripped every Black person you could ever find off in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They were no good, and they're definitely not for poor Black people. They weren't then, and they're not now. But now, for some reason, Scott Walker came out of the curtains, and here it goes. Scott Walker goes, "Is it time for me yet? After all the Black people did everything, is it time for me to come out yet? Because I'm going to mess you up." Along with the help of some of those so-called Black people that were supposed to be so fantastic and good in the community. But to be honest with you, they've been doing that crap. And it really has to start at home before you blame anybody else. What Scott Walker and them go do what they want to do when they get ready to do it. That's a for sure fact. But when you can't help yourself, and when Black Nativity had been worked on for many, many years, it's a disgrace for you, Wanzo, to do that. I hope you see this, because if I ever get on the dollar bill, you are going to be the first person I come and knock out. I'm not going to knock you out physically. I'm going to knock you out I want you totally out of the field of anything with theater. That's what I want. I want you out. Because I know y'all just want to control. And that's your main issue. Because you couldn't possibly be talking about the black nativities. Because I was one of them. And I was no joke. How dare you? You are the one that wasn't there, Wanzo. I was very upset to hear about it, but time moves on. I'm going to tell you, cross your fingers, because I do not turn the other cheek. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And they always complain, but they turn on each other. There's no one to hang on. I bet you Abney couldn't go to anybody. These people go to college, they've gone to college and all of that, the Wanzos. I know exactly who they are. But when it comes to show business, a show person knows way more than a person that's been to college. A person that's been in the business around the entertainment industry or whatever is far more knowledgeable than somebody like you, Wanzo. I had a tip-tap with one of y'all last year. But this tape is strictly for that situation. That's all. That's the only thing in News Now they were talking about the C. I hope that they do. But why? You know what my question was? Why do you want to work for Walmart and be a CEO? I know the money is real good. And I think that's the reason why we have so many backstabbing black people. Because they won't let go of something in order to gain something. They won't. They won't. They make a believe in their head that because they have these degrees and stuff, that they're going to treat them differently. And we're going to be better. That's why you follow behind people like Obama and stuff. You think, why would you want to be a CEO of some company that you got to balance out and let them have it? Let them have their own companies. And while we start our own, if it's just from the bottom of the barrel. These people are afraid because they know that their time is nigh. And meaning that everything is not. White people are in a minority. So they got to have the guns to accent it. Or they said drones. One white lady says, well, we got drones. I said, honey, where's your uncle at? Where's your son at? Where's your cousin at? That's the reason why they wouldn't drop those drones. They're not going to do that because they'll kill their own stupid selves. They're not going to the moon. That's shut down. Universe says, you can't come here. You got to put up with what you put out, and you got to pay for it now. And it's going to be, and the blacks that help them, those black people I'm talking about in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, before Scott Walker and all of that, those people are going in the drain right along, just like Haitian, French. The French dropped dead. They couldn't conquer Haiti. The black people that helped them get over there and helped with that plan died as well. They need to be taken off the face of the earth. They're just as bad. They're brown-eyed devils. Okay? No, really. There's a lot of them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to do a lot of the things that they're doing now. They wouldn't be able to without other black people. Hispanics. Hispanics will turn on you in a minute, though. Because they really know that the white people accept them so much more. But they don't. They hate them, too. So when it comes down to it, when it gets real jiggy, the black and the Latino, they all gonna come together. All the darker races. And if they do that, then you really got something to worry about. And this is the fright. It doesn't make me, I can say whatever I want on this social media because I have no ties to a job. I have no ties to, and I don't think I always make my money on my own. Always did, you know. And I'm just waiting to hit the $1 billion mark. But if I don't, I'm happy. I'm very happy the way that I am. I would never work for Walmart, Google, none of them. So I don't understand it, period, because I wouldn't work for those people, especially Walmart. I don't even go into Walmart no more. After Tracy Morgan's accident and the $90 million, which ain't nothing. $90 million is nothing. He lost his friend. You can't repay. It should have been a whole lot in the billions of dollars. He should have shut Walmart down. But and Walmart is bad to his employees, underpaying them, all of that. Why would I would have to work for them if I had a little child. But even with my son, that's where the confusion is in me and my son's life. I never, ever liked 9 to 5. Never did it. Never. Because I said I couldn't do this for the rest of my life. Although I got sick up the road anyway. What's for you is for you. But I just wouldn't do that anyway, so that wouldn't even be a concern. I'm thinking about going back to school. I can get a master's degree. It doesn't make any difference. I still would not work for a 9 to 5. So I always analyze. I want to take some classes on voiceovers. That would be great. Because I'm really not thinking about or leaning and depending on a white corporation. If you're 70% CEOs, those are white corporations. When I go to my interview, I got to come up to you. Even some schools that are all if they're all Latino, and you can't be Latino teaching me African American history. I'm sorry. I was looking to get into a class, and I'm looking to get into another class, but she's in UCLA. And she's so backed up. And she's Muslim. I will study from her. But I will not study from nobody else, because you don't know my stuff. We're different. See, a lot of black people like to always say, we're the same. White people, why do we hate each other? We're all the same. No, we're not. We never was. Our lifestyles are different. Some of you black folks that are making that $200,000 now, you came out of the ghetto. There's not many black people that have money. You came out of the ghetto into your fame. And that's why you hate everything beneath you, because you want to feel like you're superior over the people. And that's what happened, and that's why Obama was talking the way he was talking. He really had no interest in poor black people at all. And I believe most of his speeches before he was president, he never mentioned that. He was talking about poor people as a whole. And he stuck to that. He never pinpointed if there was an incident that happened. He never pinpointed. He just don't care. Because a lot of black people like him don't care. They don't care. So they don't care more than a white person. You almost say, well, how bad can a blue-eyed devil get then? We really don't have anybody. No leaders, so that's why they don't have a leader of Black Lives Matter. And I think it's the smartest thing you could ever do. So I'm just saying, I don't really see it all being blue-eyed devil. They're devils. All we have to do is pounce them upside the head and they'll drop. But we don't even do that. You know, they're punks. They don't even know they have to be a punk to rape women. You got to be a punk to sit up and beat a woman, slide a little girl across the floor of a school. You are a punk. And one day you're done. Now, this is your time now. You're going to have to really learn how to. There's nothing you can do once the real warriors let go. We are born warriors. It's naturally in our blood. Once it starts going, ooh, it's gone. And you the minority too. I'm talking about not just one blue-eyed devil, a whole bunch of them, a whole house full of them. Done. That's what I'm saying. You know. So, I wouldn't work for any of them, so I'm not concerned. I'm not into politics anymore. I see the same, they're going to do the same crap, although they got knuckleheads like Carson. He's a knucklehead. That man is so, oh God, he's been a trip. It's like a game chasing. I don't know what these people are doing. Trump is a joke. If he wins, I'm not voting for him. I'm not voting for any of them. I'm not getting in that game. And I'm just not going to be stupid. And if they messing with North Carolina, just stay at home. You know, let them go and put whoever they're going to put in there. Just don't vote no more. Don't do it. Think of other things that we need to do as black people or minorities. And that's including, I suggest the Latino. Because see, you ain't going to be treated no better than black people. Those people have been messed up for a long time. So, I wouldn't work for you. And I'm still living. I wouldn't do nothing for you. You have one time to call me to your office, and I would just pack my things up and leave, and I have done that. I just said, I cannot do this for the rest of my life. I can't look at these people and the games and political games. Back then, we couldn't even wear French braids. For the city of Milwaukee I used to work for, we couldn't wear French braids in our hair. So, you know, we were really strictly controlled. Milwaukee allows themselves to be controlled. But you go for those blacks that have no business in offices and stuff. Your tastes, your values, when you choose these people that are supposed to lead, when you do that, they're nothing. Your values, you don't have any. They can say and do whatever they want as long as they, like Obama. He said and did and was very cruel to those parents. And the empathy was definitely not there with Trayvon Martin. It wasn't there with Eric Gardner. It wasn't there with Michael Brown. You weren't empathetic enough, but yet and still you go to Newtown and you went to the funerals, you cried, you did everything. What is wrong with you not understanding that Obama did that? And what does that say about him? So, that's it. I believe that's it. That's all I'm trying to think of. Okay, it was that, and then the Republican thing. I didn't look at that, but they made remarks. And, of course, all of them are just stupid. People don't vote. I had to go there. I might start doing webcams. Just don't vote. Leave it alone. Let it go. It's not going to, you're not going to, it's going to be the same old stuff, and they're going to slide somebody. They already know who's going to be president. And I bet you it's Jeb Bush. I put money on it. Bush. Bush know how to go in and out of there whenever they get ready. They do. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Rubio and Cruz. Cruz is not going to make it. No, he's not going to make it. Texas, he might have Texas, and Texas is pretty large. But that's just about it. Well, have a good day. I am getting ready for my walk because I gained 3 pounds. I'm going up now. So I'm this weight thing, I'm about to just let it go. I eat very little. I don't eat hamburger anymore. I wanted a hamburger so bad, but I knew if I bought it, I wouldn't be able to eat it. So be happy. have a smile on your face, and even love, 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 love. But if someone hits you in your right cheek, ball up your fist, your left fist, and hit them back. Again and again and again. Fight. Stop doing all that other stuff and fight back. Especially about your children. That is a message. Take care. And guess what? Everything's going to be all right in the end. Ashe.